everybody, and welcome back to Manis by Megan. In today's video, I'm actually going to be showing you the new thermal set from VIVIDip Nails. So there were 8 colors, and then if you pre-ordered, you got an exclusive color as well. So I've already pre-dipped all of them, but I kind of just want to show you what they look like cold and hot. So here's kind of a little sneak peek right over here on the side. So we'll go through each one and I'll show you the powder and I'll show you how it looks in both hot and cold form. So this one, the first one is Vague, and it's really like this bright red, hot pink color. Here's the powder, and here's what the powder looks like. So first I'm gonna go ahead and dip it into the cold. So that means the room is cold. So we probably won't need to use the cold. And then I'm gonna dip it into the hot. So here is Vague, and the bottom is the cold temp and the top is the hot. So the hot pink is the hot. So here's Vague. Push that one to the side. The next one is Fickle. Here is the jar. Her labels are so cute. Her packaging is so cute as well. Here's the powder. And I would suggest stirring these powders beforehand, before you dip. They're super duper fluffy, so that's a plus. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip this right into the hot. So that turns into a pink, a soft pink, and a dark purple. So the cold is a dark purple, and then the hot, more of a contrast here, it's a soft pink. So there's Fickle, and it kind of almost looks like a triple thermal. Look at that, like a magenta here in the middle. Okay, so we'll put that one to the side. The next one is Touch and Go. Here is the powder, and like I said, they're really fluffy, so I would just take like the end of a skewer or a toothpick and then just kind of stir it up really good, and you can see how fluffy that is right before you dip into it. And so Touch and Go, here it is on the swatch. That's the cold. I'll dip it in the cold to see if it gets any darker, and then we'll dip that in the warm. So this one also changes to like a hot pink, not really a hot pink, a medium pink. So there's Touch and Go. Then we have Hot and Cold. I think this is one of my faves. Here is the powder. It's purple and blue, like this bright blue. That's such a good contrast. So here is Hot and Cold. Then the next one we're gonna do is Wishy Washy, which is like a gorgeous, like eggplant maybe purple with gold shimmer. And then kind of like a tannish color that it on the hot side. This one almost looks like a triple thermal as well, if you can see that. This one's really gorgeous. So Wishy Washy. Then actually I'll quickly show you the exclusive. This is not a thermal, but this was the free color, which is really pretty. It has a light shimmer in it, but not too much, so you could almost consider this one a solid. The next one is Dicey. It's a gray color. Here it is on the swatch. Once I dipped this into the cold, it actually got a lot darker. And then Here it is warm. So there's Dicey. It is a dark, almost black to a lighter gray. Next, we're gonna do Wavering, which is green with gold. Shimmer. So we dip this one into the cold, and it does, this is what makes me think some of these, I mean, she doesn't advertise them as triple thermals, but some of them act as triple thermals. Like, it gets darker when you put it in colder water. And then let's see what it looks like. So this is amazing. This is like a beige to green. That looks awesome. It's like a grayish beige. Make like a chevron look here. That didn't work. Okay, anyway, this is, I love this color in the cold version. Wavering. And then I saved my absolute favorite for last, and it's called Up in the Air. Obviously you can see by the jar why it's my favorite. It is like this gorgeous blue with all this shimmer in it. And I'm gonna show you. Here it is, up in the air. Let's dip it in the cold just to see if it changes any. Look at that. Gorgeous. And then hot. It's like white. So pretty. So I think this one is my super duper favorite out of all of them. So I know that these aren't currently on the website, but she is going to eventually add them on the site. Just not sure when, but these were all pre-order. So if you got lucky and you pre-ordered them, then way to go, because these are freaking amazing. So I'm gonna actually hold them all. We're gonna try this and see if I can dip them all at the same time, so you can see them all side by side. You might not be able to see the names, but you'll be able to see the pretty colors. Maybe. I know there's a better way than this, but when I have more than like 5 or 6, I have a really hard time holding them. Sometimes I put a stick in between the little hole at the bottom. Okay, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. It's probably what I'm gonna have to do because I can't hold these. I'll go ahead and put them on this little stick. That way I don't drop any of them. Okay. Perfect. Now I can spread them out a little bit better. And we're gonna do a dip in the cold. And we're gonna dip them in the hot. Just to kind of get an idea of some of these and how they look. So anyway, that's my best attempt at that. So you can see all of them at the same time. Let's do this one a little bit better. Okay, that's better. So there you go, guys. So keep an eye out for VIVIDip to open her website back up, and just keep an eye out for these thermals because they are super gorgeous. I'm glad I own every single one of them. But a couple faves, if you're looking for favorites, I would say grab Vague, Hot and Cold, and Up in the Air, because those are my top 3 out of all of them, but I do love all of them, and you'll see them in my manis soon. All right, thank y'all so much. And actually, if you stick around, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do a quick mani with Up in the Air. So hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I have just applied my VIVIDip Peel Base and I'm letting that dry. Quick tip for Peel Base, if you are wanting to keep your mani on for longer, you could apply it over a couple of dips of clear. And then make sure when you apply the clear that you buff it and file it as smooth as possible. So that way when you're peeling off the peel base, it doesn't rip off the clear with it, because that will just damage your nail. If you want quick removal and you only want to wear your mani for like a day or two, apply it to the full nail all the way up to the cuticle. If you want to try to get a few extra days out of it, leave just a little space around the whole entire nail. So all the way around the cuticle, all the way around the edge here, and then even at the tip if you like. So all the way basically around this U shape is what I do. And that gives me a few days. As you know, I don't keep my manis on very long, but if I wanted to, I have the option. So some days I'm busy and I can't change my nails. I love to change my nails often, so it's peel base is great for me. But anyway, so that's a couple of tips about how to apply it. So I am using Up in the Air. Again, super gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and just stir that up really quickly. As you can see, it's like super duper fluffy. Such a pretty color. And I just got a new set of VIVIDip liquids, so I'm excited to use a fresh set. It's always nice to open up a fresh bottle of base coat. Okay, so here we go. This is gonna be a simple, basic manicure, nothing special. Just gonna do my nails. I might even fast forward so that way you guys can just see a little bit of it, and then I'll fast forward to the end when it's done. But we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll just talk a lot. So when you apply it, it's kind of weird because it turns white. So that's how you know it's a thermal. So don't be alarmed. They do change colors with the dip liquids because there's a reaction going on. So just dip away. At the end, it'll look great. So my first dip, I never go all the way to the cuticle. I always leave a little bit of space just so it's not too bulky there. And when I got these, it's over 100 degrees out here today. So when I got these out of the mailbox, they were all the warm color, which was kind of funny. So I had to give them a few minutes, and I stirred them up really good and kind of let them adjust to the indoor temperature. You can see some of them are still a little warm in the center. Oh my God, look at all that shimmer. I could like bathe in it. And so I'm planning to do a video on all of my favorite things. And so I'm kind of excited about that. I have a lot of favorite things, so hopefully it's not a long video. But one thing, I have 3 different toothbrushes. I use one for glitters and shimmers, one for light colors, and one for dark colors. Because I have found myself contaminating a light color with a dark color, so I had to switch to 3 different toothpicks. And I also, sometimes you get glitter in your solids and that will drive you crazy. So just a tip about toothbrushes. I don't know if I said toothpicks before or not, but toothbrushes, kind of color coordinate them so you know what color is for solids, dark solids, which one's for light solids, and which one's for your glitters and shimmers. I cannot wait to see how this looks at the end. I'm so excited. And I posted a video prior to this about the apple cider vinegar. So if any of y'all use that, I'd like to know how you, what you think about it. I know that I like to use it a couple times a month just to keep my nails healthy and strong. So you can go back and watch that video, or just tell me about it here, what you think. These are seriously so fun. I don't even know if I care which color it is at all times. I hope it changes, but you know, it's summertime, so thermals are kind of tough unless, you know, you keep your AC really, really cold, which we do at night, so. You'll notice sometimes I use the toothpick around my cuticle or the skewer. Sometimes I don't. It just really depends on the liquid application. Sometimes I might get a little bit too close. Sometimes I just don't feel like it's necessary. I mean, when you're just starting out, it really is a great trick to use. So definitely do use it while you're still trying to figure out how to perfect that cuticle line. But if you can control your liquids really well, then that's even better. It's way better. So, man, that is a gorgeous pile of shimmer. Let's tuck that away under here so you don't have to look at it. Just I'm gonna move this in a little bit. Okay, let's go in for dip number 3. Probably should have paired this with a solid just to see, you know, what colors went really well with it, but I was too excited to use this color. Actually, you know what would look really, really good with this? I think, let me grab my swatch, hold on. Yes, Desert Stone would look amazing with this. Look at that. That would be perfect. So yes, get Desert Stone when it's back in stock, and this will pair up really well. Should have done that, but that's okay. No biggie. Back to work. And if I haven't convinced you yet to get these liquids, you should get the liquids. I'm trying to convince you. They've become my new favorite. Everything else is just used, everything else that I have as far as dip liquids is used for swatching. And you know, I've heard a lot of ladies say that they use a gel top coat for their swatches, and I kind of switched to that because I have a bunch of gel that I'm allergic to now. So I'm using the gel top coat on my swatches, and it really saves you a lot of time because you only have to do the one activator. You don't really have to buff them, and all you have to do is file them to make them the nice shape. So that's all I did with these, and they turned out really good and really shiny. So whatever brand you have would work, but I'm just trying to use up what I've got because I can't use gel. So maybe one day I won't be allergic to it anymore, but it's kind of tough because I don't even want to find out because the reaction's so bad. I mean, it's so itchy that, gosh, I just want to like itch my fingers off. I just want to cut them off. Probably shouldn't have done that. I gotta kind of mess that up. Okay, so you see how super duper, I wish I could show you. They're so thin. They are so thin These liquids are the best. They're so thin, but they're strong. That's the one thing is I've had thin liquids and they're just not strong. Your nails will break. So I'm gonna actually do, I think I wanna just do one more layer of this because the color is kind of sheer. So actually I probably don't need to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Just one quick. And this is a shimmer, and you know, sometimes if you do a dip of clear over a shimmer, it could take away some of the shimmer effect, which, you know, it doesn't always, and a lot of times I do still use a clear dip over shimmer, but this time I'm not. I'm gonna show you something that I've kind of learned within the dip community, which is like a double layer of base coat. Not really a double, but I'm just gonna put an extra layer of base coat before I activate. That way I don't have to buff the actual shimmer off. So I am done with that. Let's dust off all the excess here. And I'm probably gonna have shimmer all over me for days. But that's okay, I don't mind. My whole entire house has glitter. So here's what you do. Just take your base coat and then just apply one layer or two. If the glitter's a little thicker, you can do two. And just do that to all your nails, and it's gonna be tacky. It's not gonna dry all the way. So you're gonna have to be careful with the next step, which is when you apply your activator. This is where, if you have like a dropper, because some people use a dropper, that will come in handy. So I'm gonna pause for 1 second, let this dry, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna take just a couple of lint-free towels just so I can hurry up and wipe. It's pretty much dry, but it's still a little bit tacky. So I'm just gonna take my activator and then just rub it over the nail, and then hurry up and just wipe the brush off, just so that way it doesn't get contaminated with the base coat. You can already see the color changing from the reaction, so it's kind of cool. Okay, now I'm just gonna quickly just file. I don't really need to do much buffing. These actually went on super smooth. If you can see, like, I don't do the apex method, but I don't mind my nails a little bit flatter. These went on really smooth. As long as they're not lumpy, I don't really mind. That's what I love about shaping your nails before. I always kind of tidy up my shape a little bit before I dip, just so that way it makes it so much easier. Once the dip is applied, all you have to do is kind of follow that shape and just reshape it up a little bit. But anyway, if you know me, you've been following me for a while, you know that I have an enormous love for VIVIDip, and I pretty much love everything that she comes up with. And I own almost all of her powders, so and her liquids, and I would have bought her gel liquids too if I wasn't allergic to them. So just a huge fan. And I'm pretty sure most people know that already, but anyway, I'm just gonna grab a buffer, just do a quick buff. Because like I said, these were really super smooth. Just didn't really need it. Now I'm gonna throw these away because I used activator on them, and then just go ahead and get me a fresh one for my base coat. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my activator one more time, make sure I cap my edges and everything. So that way I can seal everything in really well. And I think I'm gonna consider this my let's take a dip video for the week. Ooh la la, love it. Okay, and I'm not loving this right here on my cuticle. I'm gonna fix that. Okay. Now it is time. Gosh, I love the shimmer in this. That's amazing. So amazing. I'm hoping that my nails will look like this most of the time. Okay, top coat time. We have a fresh top coat here as well. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to just wipe my nails a little bit. Because when you do that base coat trick, the activator doesn't dry as fast. It tends to kind of hang out there. Okay. So just like usual, one or two, boom, boom. Wipe the heck out of that brush. One or two more. So tell me in the comment box below if you've ever purchased from VIVIDip, if you plan to purchase in the future, if you liked any of these thermals, because I think they're all amazing. Some people aren't fans of the thermals, but it's a really fun way to get an easy, quick ombre. Doesn't do the ombre effect all the time, but if you have really long nails, or actually nails that at least come over the free edge, these are really good for that. Mine are just barely over the free edge, but that's okay. I've been keeping them kind of short lately and I really like it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep embracing them. Embracing my shoulders. Okay guys, that is a wrap, but not really, because I'm hoping my water's still warm, and it's probably not, so I'm probably not gonna be able to show you. Well, it's already warm. This is the warm color, but let's let this dry for just a moment because I don't want to ruin my top coat. But I am going to finish with dun, 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 Candi Skincare. This is Quarantini, which I think was April's color, or April's flavor. Maybe it was March, but I think it was April because we started quarantining in the middle to late part of March. So I think this was April, if I'm not mistaken. I'm freaking obsessed. Okay, so I think they're dry enough. I'm gonna dip them in like the ice cold. Oh, baby. while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna clean off this area so I can show you how they look. They're amazing. Whoa, guys, that's freaking gorgeous. Gorgeous. Get this color. Get it up in the air. Up in the air. Super shimmery. Super amazing. Oh my God. Okay. So guys, if you did like this video, please do like, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, do let me know. I will link VIVIDip and Candi Skincare in the description box. If you guys need any links for anything else, just let me know. I'll get those for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.